Alright, today we're going to make pesto, and it's one of our favorite dishes that we eat all year around. We like to make it with fresh basil that we grow in the summertime, and then we go ahead and freeze little cubes of the pesto, and we have them in our freezer for the winter time, and it's just one of our staples. We love to eat it, and it's so tasty on toast or pasta, tomatoes. I put it on eggs. It's really delicious. So let's get started. Alright, so the first thing that we need is fresh basil, and usually I go and purchase a small basil plant at any store, grocery store or nursery, and this one has been growing for about 3 weeks. So as you can see, it has plenty of very healthy leaves that just smell delicious, and I know that they're going to make delicious pesto. So we're just going to clip off some of these leaves, and I'd say about 2 ounces is what we'll be using. I like to go for the bigger leaves at the bottom. I'm just going to clip these off. There. Alright, so these are the ingredients that we will be using today. So we have olive oil, and I kind of like the light, the extra light actually, olive oil. It doesn't have such a heavy texture in the pesto. And then we have pepper, and we have Parmesan cheese. Some people recommend a really high quality Parmesan cheese, and I'm sure that's really great and very tasty. We usually just go with the Great Value brand, and it's still really good. So we have garlic, of course, and some recipes call for like 1 clove of garlic, but some of them also call for about 3 cloves. So we usually use about 3 cloves because we really enjoy it. Then we have our pesto, and then I would say about 1/3 of a cup of kalamata olives. These are really good. These are the ones that are extra salty, and if we use the olives, there's no need to use salt. So we use those delicious olives, and then we use pine nuts, and I would say it's about 1/2 cup of pine nuts. They are kind of expensive, so a less expensive alternative could be walnuts if you like walnuts. So those are our main ingredients. There's also, some people add lemon juice to the pesto, but that's optional. If you don't like lemon, or if you're allergic to it, then obviously you don't need to add it. And then if you do like it, usually it's just like the juice of 1/2 a lemon. Alright, so what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and toast the pine nuts, and I have in the pan some garlic infused olive oil. So this is just going to melt here for a little bit, and then we're just going to toast these pine nuts. Just going to fill all these in and go ahead and toast them. Alright, so we are going to go ahead and get the outer layer of the garlic off the cloves, and there's a couple types of garlic. There's elephant garlic, and then this is the normal regular garlic. I think I'm just going to use 2 cloves because these are pretty good sized garlic cloves, and this is a fun contraption that I found at a cooking shop, and you just put that in there and you go like this, and then it takes the garlic skin off, which is really helpful. So we'll just makes it really easy. Alright, we're going to just put the 2 garlic cloves in. Looks like our pine nuts are getting nice and toasty. It just kind of brings out the taste. There's a couple different options. We can leave the pine nuts whole like this, or you can put them in the blender. We have done both, and when you leave them whole, it adds a really nice crunch when you eat your pesto on pasta. I like that. They tend to fall to the bottom of the pasta. I think for this time we're going to go ahead and put them in the blender, and they'll have a nice consistency of a nutty taste to the pesto. This smells really good. So these are pine nuts and garlic. We're going to add about, I'd say about 5 kalamata olives or so. And these are really delicious. They're very salty. And so I think there's no need for any additional sodium. So let me see, I actually am going to add a little bit more than 5. So we're going to just go ahead and blend these up. Alright, well I've scraped down the sides and this is what it looks like. I added about ½ cup of olive oil, and that's just to give it a head start of, for the consistency that we want. We're going to add our basil now. So this is what it looks like. It smells delicious. Alright, so now it's time to add the Parmesan cheese, and it is about 1½ cups of Parmesan cheese. Alright, we're going to add some pepper. Oh my goodness, this smells delicious. So we're going to go ahead and put the pesto in these ice cube trays, and we're going to freeze it, and then that way you can have it all year round. It is a little more chunky, and you can see bits of pine nuts in there, and black olives, the kalamata olives. So this has a really nice texture, and I actually prefer this. And the way that we did this is actually the same ingredients, but you're going to blend the olives at the very last, so you'll get these big chunks, and then you will not blend your pine nuts. So this is very delicious. I really like it this way. So either way is good, and try it and see what you think. Alright, so that's a couple ways to make some yummy, tasty pesto, and I hope this was helpful. And this is just one of my favorites, eggs with pesto on it and a whole bunch of peppers, so that's an idea, as well as pesto on baguettes or toast, or of course pasta. So enjoy!